Another day of some pretty good games just happened. So leave a like and subscribe because we're going to go over these. I go over these almost every day. So let's just get started. We'll start with the Pacers versus Bucks. I did not get to watch too much of this one. Apologies. I am still sick. It has been like a week now, and I don't know why. But so Pacers come back in a big way. They needed this win. It was close about until the fourth quarter, I'd say, and then it was clear that the Bucks ran out of gas. Basically, they couldn't score anymore. Shout out Pascal Siakam stepping up huge in this game. It seemed in the first half of the last game, he didn't really want to take over too much. But he was just in takeover mode the whole game, scoring 37 points, only attempting 3 free throws and made 2 of them. A very efficient night from him, and along with him was Miles Turner. He did good. I think he did pretty poor last game, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. I don't want by year. Why would you think I want? Whatever. I don't need to double check. But he was much more impactful in this game. I'm not too big of a fan of him shooting threes, but they were going in today. He shot them at a 50% rate. Um, let's see. He just had a better game in general. Ended up with 3 blocks. Everyone basically played better except for Halliburton. Halliburton played all right. When this game came out of hand, he only had about like 8 points. So I'm still waiting for that Halliburton game. It doesn't look like it's gonna come, but I did see apparently he hasn't been like he was in the in-season tournament for a while now, but still NBA markets him a lot, so I would like if he would prove them right by marketing him. Let's see. On the Bucks side, it was just it was not fun. Dame played good, of course. 15 points in the first quarter. Still played good. Everyone else though, not a great game. When Brook Lopez is the Bucks' second best scorer, they probably aren't winning that game. And that's no knock on him, but it's just like Chris Middleton, not a very efficient game. Took a lot of tough shots. He's a tough shot taker, tough shot maker, but it was like, dude, like these are not good looks at all. Um, the offense was just dreadful for several stretches, and in the fourth quarter, when it was still somewhat close, but time was running out, I did see them let up on defense, which led to a huge Pacers run, which expanded the lead from like 5 to 15. And that can't happen in the playoffs. They gave poor effort defensively in the last quarter. Um, Everyone besides Dame played bad, basically, which is the opposite of what happened last time, where everyone played good. So, you are lucky to get the first win. So Giannis, it would be nice if Giannis comes back for Game 3, but it's not the end of the world if he doesn't, because then you're only down 2-1, and with Giannis, he could probably win 3 times. I will say, I don't anticipate Siakam to play at this level when Giannis comes back. So it's really gonna be up to Halliburton to be more aggressive, because, dude, like 10 shots. Andrew Nemhard is shooting more than you, although he was playing good. I'll give him that. Miles Turner is shooting more than you. Like, the only guy who should be shooting more than Halliburton, in my opinion, is Pascal Siakam. But I digress. Maybe I'm being too rough on him, but hey, I wanted to put him in combos with Shea, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen anytime soon. Moving on, we got this game. This game was fun for 3 quarters, I'd say, because it was close for 3 quarters. At halftime, I believe the Suns actually had a lead, It was going back and forth. Suns got a regular season whistle throughout the first half of this game, and that's one thing I want to complain about. It seems like sometimes the refs are like, "Yeah, it's the playoffs. Let's let them play," but other times it's like they forget. Um, Karl Anthony Towns got into foul trouble early. He had like 3 fouls in the first quarter, so they had to sit him. And I'll just say, the offense looked hard to watch when he was on the bench. So if he could avoid doing that again, then they probably win this game earlier than they did. I'm trying to see if I can. Okay. Ant also played bad this game. So it was very surprising that they were able to win. I will give Ant this. He was a great playmaker throughout the game. They did try to blitz and double team him and try to make him a passer, and he did good as that. Only 3 turnovers to his 8 assists. A lot of his passes were like hockey assists. So I like what I saw from Ant as a passer. So that's just what I like. Mike Conley, the Suns were just letting this man do whatever he wanted in the first half. He had 15 points in the first half, I believe. It just felt like the Suns were like, okay, we got cooked by Anthony Edwards last time, so we're gonna do everything we can to stop Anthony Edwards and make everyone else shoot. And everyone else was hitting shots. I'd say the only one that seemed to struggle from my point of view offensively was Naz Reid, besides Anthony Edwards, of course. Suns had a lead going into halftime, and Jaden McDaniels is going to be the story of this game because of that famous quote from Ant, where he said they got Kevin Durant, but we got Jaden McDaniels. I understood what he was going for, as in McDaniels is a great defender, so he can help contain him. But McDaniels led everyone in scoring. He was locking up, putting the clamps on Booker and Beal, and even KD sometimes. So the defense, if you're one of those guys that say that modern NBA doesn't play defense, watch a Timberwolf game, because the way that McDaniels, Edwards, and where is he, Alexander Walker, they could just switch among all the guards, and they make life so much easier for Rudy Gobert that it's pretty fun to watch them play defense. Cat, bad first half, but he was very good in the second half. He hit a 3 and an and 1, which kind of, I'm pretty sure that took the lead for them, and kind of, I don't think they ever stood a chance after that. Let's see what else. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, Gobert is not being exploited like years prior. I didn't think he would be, but he is playing like the 3-time DPOY winner that he is. He's getting on switches. He's guarding pretty well on the perimeter. Although that has to do with he has help on the perimeter as well. And I just like what I'm seeing from him defensively. He's not being exploited. So that's the big reason why they're even winning. He, at some points, I'll just say he is the most impactful player this series. Anthony Edwards went crazy, but Rudy Gobert has been pretty great on offense too for his standards. He's like posting up people, making shots that he's supposed to make, and even shots that he's not supposed to make, like the fadeaway in game 1. So in the Suns body language was it was bad throughout this game. As I mentioned, they were just letting all the role players do whatever. Booker and Beal were terrible. Like, okay, Booker was fine, I guess. He had okay, no, he wasn't fine. He had 6 turnovers. Also, he got into an altercation with Alexander Walker, I think, or McDaniels. I don't know why they only teed up the other guy, but Booker got away with it. He fouled out of this game too, 6 turnovers and 6 personal fouls. That is not something you want to see from Devin Booker. I guess technically he played better than last time, but that was like one of the worst games ever last time. So, Kevin Durant, quiet second half. I feel like there's times the Suns just forget he's on the team, and he forgets he's on the team sometimes. You're not gonna win if Bradley Beal is leading your team in shot attempts because there are 2 other scorers better than him. So that's another thing. They did a good job getting Cat in foul trouble, but then they just didn't do anything with it afterwards. Let's see. Grayson Allen, took a scary fall. I'm not sure if he ever came back because then I started tuning into the Milwaukee game for a bit, but it might be over if he doesn't come back because he is like their best player off the bench. Another thing, if they want to win, like Booker can't. I'm gonna just put it bluntly. Booker can't be getting bitched by Jaden McDaniels, bro. Like that was not that is not a good thing. And he looks really soft. Also, I wrote in my notes, does he just fall like always this much? Because he was falling a lot, like for no reason either. The foul baiting's not working really in the playoffs, so I wonder if they can adjust to that. And my last note, Matt, was, oh yeah, with Allen out, they're probably running a 7-man rotation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Expect a lot of minutes for the big 3, but yeah, they made Anthony Edwards a playmaker, so that doesn't work either. And this elite offense only has not scored 100 points yet, I think. So they need to figure something out. They are going to win a game eventually this series just because of star power and how good of scorers they are, I feel like. That might be game 3. If it's not, then the series is over. Last thing, Nurkic, I think he tricked some of y'all because, like, this guy's like a bumbling oaf when he's on the court. Like, I don't know. He just looks stupid sometimes. Shout out Nurkic, though. Good rebounder, but, like, on offense, he cannot create for himself. And lastly, we have the most 2000s basketball game ever. The Dallas Mavericks take game 2. I forgot to mention the Pacers were the first team to win a road game in these playoffs, which is crazy. Dallas was the second. Kawhi came back in this game, but he was very clearly not himself, as you could tell by the field goal percentage. Only 15 points. He was doing, like, stupid stuff throughout the game, too. He started cooking, though, in, like, third. I'm going to see if I can adjust the stats to, like, second half to see if he played any better. Hey, all right, he started playing a little better. Luka started off slow this game, but then I kind of gave it a. I'm starting to give it a pass because if you look at it, like, everyone played not great, except for like role players. All the stars struggled in this game. Oh wait, Paul George actually. That's better than I thought he played. When he was playing, it did not feel like he was playing this good. But James Harden, I don't care what the stats say. He had 22 points. It felt like he could not shoot he couldn't shoot at all. 2 for 10 from 3. They were comfortable just leaving him open for 3. So before that wide open 3 in the last minute, he was 1 for 9. Kyrie Irving, rough game for him, along with Doncic. It says a lot that they can win this game with their 2 stars shooting under 50%. Kawhi's going to find his footing, so you're going to want to take a 3-1 lead or so, or 2-1 lead or whatever at least. Westbrook, rough offensive game for him. He was getting frustrated near the end. He just straight up shoved a dude to the ground. So that was a little silly. Tyronn Lue was a pretty good coach until, like, the fourth quarter. I feel like he could have called timeout more. He kind of waited until the Mavs took the lead. Uh, yeah, Harden not playing good. I'm trying to look. I was confused how Kawhi was playing, but hey, he's injured, so I'll let it be. There was a point I was scared because Kid took out both Kyrie and Luca, but then he ended up calling timeout, so it didn't matter. Both teams were playing really good defense, so if you want to watch a game for defense, this series seems like it because they were both playing really good D. Um, there was a sketchy double dribble call, which had me think, and then a couple of calls later. I believe in the third quarter, the Mavs did not get a single free throw, and the Clippers got a couple. Yeah, they had 0 free throws. Clippers had 11. That did not feel like it should have been the case. Um, I feel like the calling overall in this game was just inconsistent. You, some plays, let them play, and other plays, like Harden gets a regular season whistle on a 3-pointer. So yeah, oh yeah, Luca got teed up at the end of the third quarter, and that probably awoken him because he started balling in the fourth quarter. Him and Kyrie started hooping. And PJ Washington also, he hit some big shots. So as they were able to contain Zubac. They got him into foul trouble early, which set the tone for the game. And I feel like they just closed out pretty good. The Clippers had a chance to win this. They were up like 6, 7 points in the fourth quarter, and then Mavs went on a 9-0 run, and it was over. Um, but yeah, I'm curious to see how Ty Lue adjusts to the play style of the series. I already know Jason Kidd's not gonna adjust, but I do like there were barely any minutes of Tim Hardaway Jr. He's not very playable. Dante Exum, he was not looking good either, so they took him out quickly. Josh Green minutes, I like those. Kleber was actually decent. Oh yeah, Gafford got hurt, so that could mean bad things for the Mavericks throughout the series if it comes out that it's really serious. But yeah, um, these games were pretty much all these games were good for at least 3 quarters. Not as good as yesterday. Nothing would have topped yesterday. But yeah, tomorrow, well, I guess by the time you're watching this today, the Celtics and Heat, that one's probably a blowout. And the OKC and New Orleans. So yeah, if they're interesting, I'll review them. But leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.